Whew. What's up? What's up? What's up, tribe? Happy Tuesday. Hey, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Happy Tuesday to you. All right. Hey, you guys. Lord, I should have ran. Did I want to comb through my hair? I was laying down. I just got up. Okay. Let me say hi to the people. First of all, mic check. Am I too loud? Am I loud enough? What are we doing? Mic check, mic check. Let me know. Hey, Corey, Amber, Tanya, Kenya, Des Hop, Carol, Nitwit. What's up, Bob? Hey, Mystic Rain, Mamiana, Cross Country Cruiser. Hey, Don. Hey, Boo, Danielle, or Daniel. Excuse me. Am I saying Danielle? I think it's Danielle. Hey, Miss Baythang, Alexis. Hey, Sharice, Katrina. What's going on? Hey, Ebbs. Hey, Boo, Amber, Quake, Ina, Yvette, Montrez, TG. What's going on? Melly, Brittany. What up, Nay? I sound better, not as congested. Yeah, thank you, child. I went to work today and my students were like, "Why are you here? You should have stayed home." Those were my seniors. My seniors actually care about me. If it was my ninth graders, they wouldn't have cared. But my seniors do care about me. They were like, they could tell I wasn't myself. Because, baby, when I tell you I struggled through the day, I probably should have stayed home another day, but I had stuff to do. Hey, Drinks with D, B-Lo, what's going on? Hey, Renee, Lovely31. Shout out from Anderson, Indiana. Okay, I got a friend that lives in Indianapolis. Got a friend that lives in Indianapolis. Okay. You had to set a reminder again. Listen, trust me, I wish I could control the notifications on the YouTube situation because, baby, I would send my notifications out to all 15,000 subscribers. Speaking of 15,000 subscribers, let me post this. We are live, child. We are live. We are only 25 subscribers away from 16,000 subscribers, you guys. So, our goal this year is to get to 30,000 subscribers. So, we're not really on a good pace. It was a little slow in January. It was actually a lot slow in January, but it's picking up. It's picking up. So, our goal for this year is to get to 30K, you guys. But we are 25. So, if you are new here and you just finding me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, you guys. Come on, let's get to it. Also, I know y'all get sick of hearing YouTubers talk about the likes. I get sick of it too. When I'm in other content creators chats, I get sick of it too. But it is real. Y'all ever notice how the more you hit that like button, it sends out more notifications? And you ever see how people come in and they say, "Oh, I just got the notification. Oh, I just got the notification." That is because you guys hitting that like button is sending a notification to YouTube to say, "Hey, there's some good stuff going on over here. Y'all need to send more people." So the more you hit the like button, the more notifications go out. And that's how the algorithm works. That is real tea. Okay. That is real tea. So the more you guys do that, that is how that works. Okay. We have some things we need to catch up on. I need to update you on some stories that we've been talking about. And then we need to get into a few new things. Okay. So first of all, Abby, you here? Because Abby says she hasn't seen her emoji. So we're about to use Abby's emoji. Okay. And we don't care news. Princess has announced for the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time that she is divorcing Ray J. And she said it's real this time. This time she mean it. She really means it this time that she is leaving Ray J. I'm going to be honest with you at this point. Just take us out the group chat because we don't care. I wish you well. Okay. I wish you well. Look like she got herself a whole new career doing the celebrity poker thing. There's money to be made. All that's great. All of that is great. But girl, KK said they still living together down to the wind up in Las Vegas. So, and she would know. I'm not gonna tell you how she would know. I'm just gonna tell you she would know. Yeah, moving on. Right. So in the we don't care part of this. Okay. Let me mark that off my list. Okay. That's on my list. Okay. Congratulations to Gary is it Sidibe? AKA Precious. I hate to call her Precious, but y'all know that was her most. Y'all know her as Precious. She also was on Empire. She was the secretary, Lucius's personal assistant on Empire. Is it Gabrielle Sidibe? Okay. Congratulations to her. She is pregnant with twins. So congratulations to her. She is pregnant with twins. Okay. Now we have a couple of updates. Mike, what's going on with the mic? What's wrong? Tanya said Mike. So what's going on with the mic, y'all? Let me know. Yeah, she married her little man. I think last year they got married, and she is pregnant with twins. So congratulations. What's going on with the mic? Okay. Yana says it sounds fine. You're breaking up. Lord have mercy. I don't know what to say. Crackling, but I'm used to it. I don't want y'all to get you. But let me say this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna say this. I have heard that y'all make it seem like it's that my place is the only place y'all hear it. I've listened to other content creators, and I've heard it on other content creators, and I've heard it on big time content creators. So again, I think it's StreamYard. Well, some of it. I do think we fixed some stuff. But I've listened, I'm not gonna call no names because I don't want to put nobody else out there. But baby, I have listened to some big time subscribers, I mean YouTubers, and I have heard that what y'all talking about. I've heard it with other people. But moving on. Okay. Moving on. Now, last week, or when was the last time we did a tribe meeting? What was today? Tuesday, maybe Sunday morning, I think, when we talked about Christian, the LA Lakers basketball player who went to go get his baby, and the lady tried to say that he assaulted her. Well, baby, her and the sister was still going back and forth down to the social media. So let me just tell you what the people were saying. For those who don't know, it was a situation where, what's the girl's name? She had the baby. And Christian came to get his son because the mama decided that she was going to climb his wall and vandalize his cars, her and two of her homegirls. So when the police came to arrest the mama and the homegirls, the police told him, if you want to avoid your child going into the system, you need to go pick your son up. So he went to where he thought his son was, or where he was told that his son was. He went to go pick his son up, and the lady wouldn't give him his son, and it turned into a whole back and forth situation. And so she tried to make it seem like this man just showed up trying to steal the baby. He was like, no, he was telling her, I'm here to pick up the baby, so the baby don't have to go into so CPS doesn't get called, yada yada yada. So the sister said, you lying. He didn't threaten you. We were there to pick up the baby. So let me just read you, child. They kept talking to each other. So let me read you some of what they said. So this is what's this lady's name? T whatever. She said, he did threaten me after I gave the baby to his mom. After the police said everything was okay, he threatened to unalive me. Y'all keep asking if I'm okay. No, I'm not. So the sister replied and said the following. Girl, you a damn lie. I was there. You never gave that baby at all. You don't even know my mom or have her contact. She lives far away. So stop with the lies. He tried to what you? I recorded the entire incident. We never came in contact with you till we got to Yasmin's house, and Chris never once touched or threatened you. Why would you get on social media and lie on my brother's name like that? Why wasn't he arrested? Or there's no police report saying your life was in danger or you were threatened. Yasmin's house has cameras. Then she says, nah, B, I walked out my front door and went to Yasmin's house. Thank you. Thank you, Kenya, all for the Boss Baby Awards. Thank you, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, for next year. Okay, boo. Thank you. She said, I walked out my front door and went to Yasmin's house with the baby so that when she got out of jail, she could come straight home to her son because your brother threatened to take the baby from her and never give him back. When the police was at my house, I wasn't there. But when they contacted me, I showed them on FaceTime that the baby was safe with Yasmin, the primary parent. Mind you, the woman that got out of jail, while all this was going on, the woman got out of jail, okay? So that's who Yasmin is. She said she left and y'all came racing to her house to break in, and your brother threatened me with a shovel. The only reason he didn't beat my head in like he said he was is because I was recording. While he went upstairs to do God knows what, I left out of Yasmin's house to get in the car as you harassed me on the sidewalk saying you know where I live and you wanted to beat me up. I got your threats on camera too, babe. So at this point, I just say everybody just need to show it. Just can we see the phones? I just need to see your phones. Okay. Ma'am, I need your phone. Ma'am, I need your phone and give me about 15 minutes to review the footage. And then I will let you know what I think. Because at this point, if everybody got everybody else on camera threatening everybody, it just seems to me like it's a fair exchange at this point. And can we all just go to hell home? But you thought you was going to get a quick lick because he plays for the NBA and he got a little bit of money. You thought you could come down to social media and cry, oh, he's threatened me. Oh my goodness, he threatened to do this to me. And you thought that was going to make everybody be like, what? He threatened you? Let's get him. Let's get him. You thought that's what was getting ready to happen. And his sister said, no, ma'am. No. So it sounds to me like both. What probably happened was it sounds like two separate incidents. It sounds like in one incident happened in one place and then the second incident happened in the second place. But I just had to give y'all the update because, baby, they were still down to the social media, fight. Moving on. Hey, everybody coming in. Who did the police leave the baby with? Where the social services? Why they not involved? So what had happened was the mother ended up, so from my understanding, Yasmin and the mother Yasmin and this lady, T, whatever her name is, they're neighbors. So Yasmin left the baby with T so she could go out and vandalize this man's car. The police arrested her, and the police told him if the baby is unattended, I don't think he knew where the baby was or who had the baby. He knew that his baby mama just got arrested, and so he went to her house to get the baby because the police said if we go to the house and the baby's unattended or whatever the situation is, the baby could go into the system. When he got there, that's when he got into the argument with T, basically saying, look, girl, give my daggone baby. He even got Yasmin's mother on the phone to confirm to her, yes, that's the daddy. He can go and take that baby. While all of this was happening, Yasmin got released. I don't know why she got released, but by the time they did all of this, child, Yasmin was back home. So old girl snuck out of the house, went out of her back door and went over to Yasmin's house to take the baby to Yasmin. They realized that the baby wasn't there anymore, that the baby was at Yasmin's house. So then the brother and the sister went over to Yasmin's house, and then there was a whole nother situation at Yasmin's house. So that's why I'm saying I feel like both of them are right when they're talking about the specific incident that they're speaking on, because it sounds like it was two separate things that happened. Neither here nor there. I feel like if the mama hadn't decided to climb her happy ass over that man's wall and vandalize his car, none of this would have happened. I don't know what kind of baby mama drama you got going on, but why are you climbing over the wall into this man's car? I don't know. But that's what it sounded like had happened. Okay. A verdict came down today in the trial for Jam Master Jay. That was this has been a long time coming, but come to find out that his godson and childhood friend were found guilty of unaliving him. I'm telling you, it'd be the people you know. It'd be the people you know. It'd be the people you know. His godson and childhood friend. It'd be the people you know. Okay. Married to Medicine. So I told you guys when I did my review for Married to Medicine that I felt like what Heavenly did was disrespectful. I said Heavenly getting on that mic and calling out that Toya didn't pay no money towards the event, I felt was tacky. And I said, it was just tacky. Okay. Now I do have a little more perspective because I listened to Dr. Heavenly's review on the episode. Now I still think that what she did was tacky, but now I do understand why she did it. And if I was Dr. Heavenly at this point, I might have done the same thing Dr. Heavenly did. Now, first of all, Dr. Heavenly said that she absolutely, if there were no, she said if I wasn't on the TV show, no, I probably wouldn't have done it. But yes, it made for good TV, right? But let me explain to y'all what happened. For those of you who don't watch Married to Medicine, here's the breakdown. The ladies decided that they were going to do this benefit, this gala. Like instead of a Met Gala, it was going to be a Med Gala. So it was black tie, red carpet, step and repeat. It was going to be the whole 9 yards. It was going to be, a 5-star event, right? Right. They gave her that edit. So according to Dr. Heavenly, they blew their budget going to Dagon Napa. Okay. They blew their budget going to Napa. Now, personally, I don't know how they blew their budget going to Napa, but okay. Because Dr. Heavenly said that a lot of times when they go to these places, they get a discount for highlighting the venue. So she said, I guess wherever they went in Napa, they didn't really get that or whatever. The step and repeat is basically the backdrop of when you go to events and there's that backdrop there with the logos and all of that. That's called a step and repeat because you step in and then everybody comes through. They do the same, I didn't know what a step and repeat was either. When people kept saying step and repeat, I was like, what the hell is a step and repeat? But it's when you the backdrop with all the different logos when you go to these different events. So the lady said because they didn't have a budget, the ladies decided they would go in on it to pick up the slack and pay for the event. What happened was Dr. Jackie paid for the majority of the event. I think Heavenly said Dr. Jackie paid like $11,000. Dr. Heavenly said she paid a lot. She paid like $7,000. So between Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly, they paid for the majority of the. And I guess budget. I mean, the production company probably put in something too. Tracy making y'all know the thing Bishop Lamore had tacked to the wall in that baby shower hall he was renting, and that's exactly it. Yes, she's correct. So that's what they did free because there's nowhere in the world you're gonna tell me that a trip. She said that they were supposed to go to Africa for their cash trip this year, but they didn't go to Africa because they spent all the money in Napa. As somebody that has been both places, I'm here to tell you that there's no way they blew their whole budget for Africa going to Napa Valley. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That budget went into Phaedra Park's bank account, and I agree with you 100%. So what happened was they said in order for you that they were charging $1,000 per logo for the step and repeat because all of the ladies have businesses, right? So if you wanted your business logo on the step and repeat, you had to pay $1,000 per logo, not $1,000 for the whole thing. So like she said, for example, Dr. Alicia and her husband, they have like 3 businesses. They paid $3,000. They said Phaedra, child, they said Phaedra, Dr. Heavenly said Phaedra got like 7 businesses. She paid all of her money. She paid like $5,000-$6,000 to get whatever logo she wanted on the. So it wasn't it wasn't just a set $1,000. It was everybody paid $1,000 per logo. Well, Toya decided that because she was going to donate the wine, she shouldn't have to pay her $1,000 for the logo. Now, Dr. Heavenly did say exactly what I said, that Toya didn't even pay for that wine, that Kendall Jackson donated that wine. So Toya didn't even pay for that damn wine. Okay. But she thought that donating the wine would be sufficient. And they told her no. And it was a bigger argument than what we saw. There was a bigger conversation than what we saw. And Toya really was mad at Dr. Simone for not backing her up and saying, oh, yeah, you know, you're right. And so when it got down to the party, Dr. Heavenly got up to thank everybody who had sponsored. So she was going down, basically going down the list of sponsors. And she didn't say Toya's name. She said what happened was Toya's husband took the microphone out of her hand and proceeded to thank his wife and acknowledge his wife. So Dr. Heavenly said that pissed her off. 1, because he took the mic out of her hand. And 2, because he decided he was going to acknowledge his wife, and his wife hadn't paid for shit. So that is why she got the microphone back and said, Toya ain't paid for nothing. So now what she did say was, she said, had it not been a TV show, she said she would have done that. Like at a real black tie event, she just would have ate it. But of course, she knew it would make for good TV, and so she did it. And I'm with her on that. Like at that point, then I understood it does put more perspective. It does put more perspective into it, you know. So go watch Dr. Heavenly's review with Carlos King, and it does put it into perspective as to why she said, Toya ain't paid for nothing. And I understand why the ladies felt how they felt. If everybody put in and y'all agreed that y'all were going to do it, like, just because you donated wine doesn't mean, and like Dr. Heavenly said, she said we had all kinds of drinks there. Like it wasn't just your drink. We had champagne, we had liquor. Like she said, we had other stuff there, which is what I said when I did my review. Okay, moving on. So I had to give y'all that because now that I got more perspective, I mean, I still think it was tacky, but I understand why she did it. I might have been tacky and petty in that moment as well. We have an update on Michael from 30 Day I said 30 Day Fiancé here, and I told y'all that Michael was missing. I told y'all Michael was missing. Now, I thought that the people came and got Michael. I'm not even gonna lie. I told y'all yesterday that I thought the people came and got Michael. I thought Michael was gonna be found. Well, they said, now listen, I still need proof. I still want to see some proof of life, okay? I still want to see. No, I'm not disappointed at all. I'm glad that he is alive, okay? But I still need to see some proof of life. They said what had happened was that Michael called down to the local police station and he verified that it was him showing his documents. Okay, so let me I'm gonna go back to the documents in a second. But they said that he called to the police station and said, I'm live, but I'm not going back there. She's abusive, and I don't want her to know where I am. Now listen to what they saying. They saying that Micah had a burner phone and that he took pictures of all of his documents, which is why he was okay with leaving his documents behind, because he had pictures on his cell phone of his passport and his social security card and all of that. But he's saying that she's abusive. Now, let me say this. Allegedly, and I was still partially right. Because even though the people didn't come and get him, okay, I was still partially right from the point of view of when they got back from New York. Excuse me. When they got back from New York, she claims that all of this stuff was revealed in New York, that he was a part of some group that teaches people how to scam American women and get them to blah, 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 blah. That's what she said, okay? That is what she had said. So she said when they got back from New York, she told him she was sending him home. She told him she was sending him home. So I guess if Michael said, don't threaten me with a good time, I got my papers and I'm gone. Now, I don't know where Micah is. Now, I read an article today that said that Michael actually went to the police station, but I also saw where it said he called in. I need to know whether he called or whether he showed up, because I need proof of life. I need to see Micah. Now, let me say this. Somebody was telling me that there is a type of visa where, there is a stipulation that you could, if you're in an abusive situation, that you can still stay in the country, yada, yada, yada. I mean, that's and so it sounds like that's what he's saying. Now, I listened to some of the live over that other YouTuber's place last night. Well, I listened to it a little bit today. And what he's saying is, what Angela is saying is, I ain't never abused him. Man, we literally have 6 seasons of you down to the 90-day fiance abusing that man. Now, granted, you could come back and say, oh, it was for TV. I was just doing it for TV. But we literally can find footage of you putting your hands on that man, yelling at that man, calling that man all kinds of crazy names, calling his family out their name, passing. Like, we literally have seen you jump on a plane to Nigeria. To go act the fool. This is 90-Day Fiancé. Right. So there's a history there. Now, you can, like I said, you can always say, oh, that's just for TV, whatever. Now, I'm going to say this as well. There's an accusation, and I don't know how true this is. There's a lot of accusations. Some are saying that she had his passport and wouldn't allow, that she kept his passport locked up and she kept his phone. That's what some of the accusations are. And that would make sense. If Michael left, okay, so let me say this. The first time that I left the country and I had my passport, the first time I did that, I was, me and my best friend, and it was actually her idea, so shout out to her. She made a color copy of our passports, right? She scanned it into the computer and she emailed it to, she emailed me mine and she emailed it to herself. We also kept a paper copy. That paper copy she made, we kept that paper copy. So when I did a European cruise, the minute we got on the boat, if you've ever been on a cruise, you have a safe in your room. The minute we got on that boat, we put our passports in that safe and we locked the safe. I did not take my passport out until we got ready to leave. I kept that piece of paper with my color photocopy of my passport information. I kept that in my little fanny pack the whole time we were gone, because God forbid if I needed my passport information. I was so scared and so nervous of actually losing my actual passport. So I'm saying all that to say, it sounds like that's something that Michael did, that he took a picture of his documents so that he would have it in his phone if anything were to happen, right? She said that when he took the picture, she was like, why are you taking a picture? He said he took the picture and he sent it to his aunt. And she was like, why are you doing that? Why are you sending a picture of your paperwork to your aunt? Well, so somebody would have a copy of it. Now, yesterday I said I didn't think Michael was that smart, but now I'm changing my mind. Maybe he's a little smart. But it sounds like Michael did willingly walk away, and that he has let the people know that he is wherever he is, that he's good, and he got his paperwork. He was able to show his ID. Now, I don't think he wanted to be with her that badly. I think he wanted to get to America that badly. I think because he ain't been here but 2 months. I don't think his plan was to leave immediately. Let me say this. Do I think his plan was to eventually leave? Yes. Do I think his plan was to leave this soon? No. But I do believe that it just got to be unbearable. He was living with her daughter, the grandkids, dealing with her and her damn mouth and her disrespect, dealing with the daughter. Like, I can only imagine what this man was dealing with, living with them folk. Okay, so I think his plan was always to leave. Honestly, if you really want to know the truth, I just don't think his plan was to leave this soon. That's my 2 cents. That's my opinion. Hey, everybody coming in, right, and living in that small town. Now, so that's what I believe. I do believe that she was controlling. I do believe that she made life hard for him. And like I said, I believe that day she left, he was probably like, Kunta. She left. He was like, I'm gone. I'm out. The fact that man didn't take nothing with him tells you how desperate he was to leave. Like, I don't care. I ain't taking none of this stuff. Thinking Michael had been captured by the good old boys isn't far-fetched when you look at Angela's action after he came up missing. Listen, I still need proof of life. I ain't telling, listen. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I still need proof of life. But we'll see. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So I think his life was in danger. I'm going to be honest with you. I do too. I really think it was a bad situation. And I think that if things went down the way they said it went down at that tell-all when they were in New York, I absolutely believe that once they got back, she was threatening him and all kinds of stuff. I believe it. He was like, I ain't going to give you no chance to get rid of me. I'm going to walk my ass right out this door. All right. Now, last night we also went over the documents in this newest Diddy case, and shout out to Xavier. Xavier told us that was not Stevie J in that video, and I said, well, listen, I can't tell from this picture. And then somebody sent me that video. If you watch that live, you can see when the person sent me the video, and I looked at the video. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I still wasn't sure what the hell I knew what I was looking at, but I wasn't sure what I was looking at. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I was looking at. But the person who is in that video is a well-known porn star. And he said that is not Stevie J, it is him. He said it's him. My 2 cents is this. Do I think his name is Knockout? Thank you, Xavier. Listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I saw the still pictures, they were blurry. And I said, well, hell, it could be him. And then when I saw the video, it went so fast. Okay. It was so fast. Video. So, with that being said, so does that lessen the accuser's credibility? It could. It really could. Now I'm going to throw a couple of things out there. Okay. Here's my opinion is this. My opinion is I think that he can prove some of what he's saying. I think he does have videos of things. I think he does have videos of I think he does. I think he can prove what he's saying. But it does put into question. Now, what I can say is this. If it were me, I was having this conversation earlier today with somebody. Now, y'all know I didn't go to nobody's law school, okay? Y'all know I got my law degree from Matlock University by way of Law and Order College. Y'all know I don't have that. But if it were me, my argument would be that's the video that Diddy showed my client, and he believed that's what he was looking at. Like, if he's saying that is the video that Diddy sent him, because because again, if I don't study it and I just looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh. So that's going to be his argument to say, look, that's the video that Diddy gave me. He told me it was DJ. I didn't study it. I didn't check it for authenticity. I'm just telling you what Diddy said. That could be an argument. I'm not saying it's an argument that's going to fly. I'm just saying that's what my argument would be. That if I were his attorney, my argument would be I had no way of knowing that wasn't really Stevie J, but that is the video that because remember in the lawsuit, he said that these are the things that Diddy did to try to coerce him. He said, well, look, Stevie J did it. It's not a big deal. This is what happens in the music industry. So if he was showing me the video to try to persuade me, now that would be my argument. Again, that don't mean it's true. But that would be my argument. I will throw this out there because I talked to somebody else today. I can't tell y'all my people I be talking to, but this young man did have a GoFundMe so he could get him a lawyer to sue Diddy. A couple of months ago. He started this GoFundMe a couple of months ago. He got about $1,600. He probably got more today. Let me check it. Let me see how much he got in the GoFundMe today. I think yesterday he had $1,700. Let me see if anybody gave that man some money. Somebody sent me the link to the GoFundMe. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if he got any more money in his GoFundMe. Let me see. No. Oh, no, it is going up. Hold on. It's going up. Okay. In the last 24 hours, he has gotten more money. Somebody gave him 25, 5, 10, 5, 100, 25, 10. So, okay, people giving him money on his GoFundMe. Okay. So he got a little bit more money. I mean, ain't nobody dropping no major money, but people giving him a little coin. He's trying to raise $50,000. Okay. Well, now he does have an attorney, and the attorney probably took this case on contingency. Okay. Somebody sponsoring him. But the but the video has a logo in it. If he was shown the video, there is the company's name in the corner. But also in the lawsuit, he said that Stevie J called him talking crazy and threatening him. And he did show screenshots from, wasn't Stevie J, but it was from the other guy. Listen, what I believe is this. I believe he has some proof. I don't know if he has enough proof for everything he's alleging. What up, Star? I don't know. But do I think that all of it is a lie? I don't. I don't think that all of it's a lie. I don't. Hold on a minute, y'all. Hold on a second. Because in his lawsuit, he said that he had, like, he showed stills from some of the other things that he's alleging. He has the still pictures from parties where he said that, you know, drugs was happening and there were underage girls there, stuff like that. So those are still pictures from videos, he says. He has actual videos. Okay. So, and he said he's got hours of videos. Hours of them. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Now, of course, Diddy and his son have all denied it. You know, but we'll see. He denied it about Cassie too, and then he settled an hour later. So don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting. Okay. Ja Rule. I think that we got a couple of more updates. Let me get to some of these other stories before I get to these last two updates. Okay. Ja Rule just found out that he has not been granted permission to enter into the UK for his European tour because of his criminal past. He wrote the following. He sent out the following tweets. Okay. He said, "I'm so devastated. I can't believe the UK won't let me in. I spent $500,000 in production of my own money to put this tour together, only to be denied entry days before my shows. This is not fair to me or my fans. These venues are 85% sold out. Now I can't come." The UK is one of the few European countries that restricts entry to people with criminal records. In general, you will likely be denied entry if you have been convicted of a crime punishable by 23 months or more under British law, or served more than 12 months in prison. Wouldn't it sound like you already knew the rules? See this tweet right here? It sounds like you knew the rules, Ja. It sounds like you knew you couldn't get in. So if you know that in Great Britain, the UK is one of the few European countries that restricts people with criminal records, then it seems to me that you should have waited until you had your paperwork in your hand before you started selling tickets, because you knew that there was a large chance that you was going to be denied entry. See, that's what I don't understand. You can't say in one hand how unfair it is and then turn around and be like, "Oh, well, I knew that that's the rule." Well, if you knew, now, if y'all came down here and said that they were being unfair to Ja Rule, or they made up a new rule just to exclude him from coming into the country, I'd be like, that's messed up. But if this is the status quo, if this is how Great Britain rolls, and you knew that, then why would you even sell tickets before you had the paperwork to say you could come, knowing you have a criminal record? See, I don't be understanding these things. So I really can't have no sympathy for you. So if you bought tickets, excuse me, if I have any fans in the UK, I know I'm not gonna call no people's name, but I know some people, some of my tribe members are in the UK. If you have tickets for a Ja Rule performance, you might want to call Ticketmaster and get your money back. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Where do I want to go next? Okay, hold on. I'm going to get this one out the way. So it looks like, excuse me, it looks like Tasha K and Corey Holcomb are in the middle of a battle. Now, all €5. Sorry, y'all, hit the button. Yes, all €5. Oh, I dropped my pen. Damn it. With that being said, you guys, to be perfectly honest about the matter, I really don't have a dog in that fight. I just think it's gonna be very amusing because Corey done already called Tasha and threatened her. Tasha done already gone and went on her platform 2-3 times to cuss him out And now Tasha is going to interview his ex-wife and his daughter, who he claims ain't ish. And let me just read you guys a little bit of what is going on, because I really don't care about Tasha or Corey, but I do think that Tasha's you probably want to leave that alone, Corey. They're fighting because Tasha did some commentary on Corey, and Corey responded, and I believe he either responded first or he called her, but she got the audio of him calling her and threatening her. So Tasha posted this. I'm working on the audio with Corey Holcomb's baby mama. After calling the daughter they shared together a bitch who needs to get her life together, but she's a college graduate and a nurse without any help from her sorry ass daddy. Just wait. The baby mama came through to bust bottles over the keloid head ass. This is going to be the last time you talk about her child. Stay tuned. Give me a day or two to get it ready. So let me say this. As much as y'all know that I ain't the biggest Tasha K fan, but can I say this to y'all? Somebody taught me something. My mentor taught me you can't argue from the chat. Talking about YouTube, right? So like when you're in somebody's chat and the content creator, like me right here doing my thing, and let's say somebody wants to argue with me, you can't argue from the chat, because the person who's on the platform is going to always be the loudest voice, right? You're in the chat. Nobody knows what you're saying. They're only going to know my response, right? This is how I feel about the whole Tasha Corey Holcomb thing. Tasha K, whether you like her or not, has a platform that has over 1 million subscribers. Corey Holcomb is a comedian who can get on a stage at a comedy club and do a routine. But how many people are going to hear him talk about Tasha K down to the comedies, the improv, versus Tasha K on her YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that means don't defend yourself or don't do this or don't do that. But Tasha K was doing what Tasha K does. She was doing her commentary on Corey. I believe she was doing her commentary on when Corey Holcomb got into it with Donnell Rollins. Remember, we talked about that. He said his daughter threatened to talk to Tasha, and supposedly that's what made him say F her. Corey is an ass rash, yeah. And he's been talking trash about his daughter for a while. Like, I've heard him in interviews, even before this Tasha K thing, talk about how his daughter ain't this and his daughter ain't that. Child. So I'm going to be sitting in the back. I'm going to be honest with you. He has over 100,000 plus followers. Okay, so 100,000 versus 1 million. That's how I feel, Jessica. I'm be honest with you. At this point, like, I'm just going to sit back and watch. I told you guys last week that Donna Summer's estate sent Kanye West a cease and desist because he used a song on his new album where they told him he couldn't, and the sample was not cleared. So now Donna Summer's estate has officially sued Kanye West for unauthorized sample of the Disco Queen's "I Feel Love" on his new album. I know that when this happened, I know this has happened before. And what has happened in the past is that they've had to recall the album or take the album off of the streaming and remove the song. So that's probably what's going to have to happen in this case. They're going to have to, it's right. I mean, it's, nowadays everything is just on a streaming platform. So if you've already downloaded it and with that song on there, I guess you just have it. I don't know. He's going to have to pay her estate a hell of a lot of money, child. Okay. All right. He definitely is abundance and clarity 82. Yes, abundance and clarity. Abundance and clarity. Yes. Okay. All right, you guys, what time is it? Okay, we got a few more stories. We're gonna talk about Wendy. Give me a second. We're gonna get to Wendy. We're gonna talk about Porsha. But I need to come here. I need somebody to come down front. I need somebody to come down front. Excuse me. Attention. Madonna, I need you to bring your ass down front. Madonna. Madonna. I need you to come here. So Madonna has been on tour. Okay. Madonna has been on tour. And I guess Madonna has a section of her tour where she pays homage to people we have lost due to HIV and AIDS. We know that Madonna has always been with hanging out with, the LGBTQ community. We know that she made Vogue mainstream, took it out of the ballroom, yada, yada, yada. Like, we know all of those things. So she has a whole part of her show where she, does an in memorial type thing, where she shows the pictures of the people we've lost due to HIV and AIDS. Girl, who told you Lufa died of HIV and AIDS? Why did they have Lufa face in the memorial? That Lufa's estate had to come down there and tell that woman that Lufa did not die from HIV and AIDS. Or AIDS, whatever. Okay? And Madonna, you was there. Like, this not like Lufa didn't die back in the 60s. You was there, Madonna. You ran in the same circles as Lufa. Luther Vandross had a stroke and he died from complications of the stroke. He did not die immediately. He lived about a year or so. But why would you show that man's picture during your HIV memorial moment? Who in the fuck told you that Luther Vandross died of AIDS? And it's nothing wrong. It's no shame in people who did, but that is not how that man died. Now, there's been a lot of rumors about Luther, but that has never been one. Hell, his estate has never even admitted that the man was gay. Melly says, are we sure she knows the truth? How she know the truth? This is what I'm going to say. If she knows something, it's something that has never been made public. Because publicly, what we have always known is that Luther had a stroke and he died from complications from that stroke. We ain't never heard nothing else. Who has ever heard anything other than Luther died from a stroke? His estate has never said anything different. Therefore, it is not your place, Madonna, to post it on your damn teleprompter screen or whatever the situation is. Yeah, he was in a rehab center. Yes. Yes. Now, I've heard a lot of other rumors about Luther, but that one I ain't never heard. Could Luther have had AIDS? He could have. I'm saying he didn't. I'm saying that has never been anything that has been put out here publicly. So even if it's true, it's not Madonna's place to tell us. If the family ain't never came down here and said it, who is Madonna? She don't get to decide. Yeah. Listen, all I'm saying is, Madonna, There's 5,672 other people that you could put in your memorial that we know for a fact died from HIV or AIDS, okay? We know it. You don't need to be bringing people in that have never been in the conversation. Nobody asked you. Just putting, even if it's true, his estate never said it. Now, Luther ain't been bothering nobody. For the last 20 years, we just been listening and reminiscing and doing our best. House is not a home, imitations down to the karaoke bar. We've been doing our best Luther imitations down to the karaoke bar. And nobody asked Madonna to add to it. Don't come down here with no new shit. And if we're going to get it, let's get it from the family, the estate. Them people been over there minding their business, spending up Luther money because Luther wasn't married and Luther didn't have no kids and Luther mama ain't here no more. They have been living over there off of Luther money, minding their business. They're not bothering nobody. Okay? That's my favorite Luther song. Never too much, never too much. It's funny that my favorite Luther song is not a ballad, but that is my favorite Luther Vandross song. Is Never Too Much. Right, Citizen Jane, and that's my point. Citizen Jane said, to be fair, I've heard things, but nothing has ever been said or even whispered publicly, and that's my whole point. Wait for Love. Drop your favorite Luther song in the chat. Wait for Love. Wait for Love is a good one, too. I like So Amazing. Well, I mean, I like a lot. I like them all. I like a lot of them. There's a few Luther songs that I don't care for too much. To be honest with you, one of my least favorite Luther songs is the song that the song everybody like. What's the song, the wedding song that everybody had at their wedding when it first came out? What was that Luther song? Here and Now. That is not my. I don't like it. That is probably one of my least favorite Luther Vandross songs. Is Here and Now. Dance with My Father. Ooh, that's one of those songs that I'm probably not gonna like as I get older, and y'all can just fill in the blank to that. Bad Boy Having a Party, that was a good one. Since I Lost My Baby, that's a good one. Yeah. Had a Lover. Ooh, that's a good one. Yes. Only for One Night. Ooh, now that Only for One, baby. That Only for One Night might make me do some things. Okay. Anyway. You don't like any of his songs, Ina? Oh, okay. Promise me. Let me tell you something. My DC people are going to understand this. Where my DC people at? I need my DC people to hear me on this one. Creep is a good one too. I like Creep. I like the live Creep when he like Creep 2 times. Creep. All right. My DC people are going to understand what I'm getting ready to say. Promise Me is probably one of my favorite Luther songs, but I'm going to tell you why. Back in the day, Essence used to hit that joint. Essence used to hit Promise Me. Baby, Donnell used to hit that joint, and I would be like, that was it. That was it. Now, that is one of my favorite Christmas songs every year, every Christmas. Yeah. So my DC people will understand what I just said. My non-DC people, just let it go past you. Just let it go past you. But Essence used to hit Promise Me. Yep. All right. Moving right along. All right, Corey. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about then. Art World. You know what I mean. Oh, I did like that duet with Gregory Hines because I didn't even know Gregory Hines could sing until then. Brown Mama, you remember Essence used to hit that? I used to have that PA tape, baby, and when I tell you I used to wear that thing out, I used to have that PA tape with Essence hitting that, baby. That used to be my shit. That used to be my shit. Oh, I wish I could find it now. There's some places that I wish I could find it. Man, they hit that. Oh, I remember that. Dang. Oh, that took me back right now. that took me back. Okay. So for my DC people, y'all know what I'm talking about. But so that's why that sticks out as one of my favorite Luther songs, because I can hear Essence. Essence used to hit that thing. Ooh, they used to hit that thing. Anyway, okay, moving on. Ooh, I wish I still had that tape. Ooh. I mean, the tape probably wouldn't be no good now, but I dropped my pen, but I got another pen right here. Okay. So that was the Madonna Luther. Okay. Now I want to listen to some. Right now, you want to go listen to some Luther. Yeah, honey. Now, Porsha. Child, I need Simon to go sit down somewhere. Why Tracy just sent me, Simon posted on his Instagram, he thinking about buying an electric Rolls Royce. Talking about thinking about buying my first electric automobile. Sir, go take several seats. Hey, Geechee girl, did you text me today? Was that you? Did you send me a text today, Geechee girl? Because I didn't open it because I wasn't sure. Oh, that was you. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I wasn't sure. Okay, no problem. All right, I'm gonna hit you back. Because I be nervous about responding, and I'll be like, I might respond and open up a portal or something, child. I don't know. Okay, so Porsha says, let's get into it. So according to Bravo, they have not started filming yet. Somebody said they had started filming. According to Radar Online, they have not started filming yet, but I'm sure that they're gonna get it all. You have to, Tracy. I don't never know whether you serious or not. What you need to ask me, Tracy? I never know if you serious. So according to Porsha Williams, Porsha says, listen, do not destroy, conceal, or alter any financial records, and she wants to enforce the prenup. Now, what that sounds like to me, I ain't been to nobody's law school, and I ain't nobody's divorce attorney. But what that sounds like to me is that Porsha know this man ain't got no money. If she's the one that wants the prenup enforced, that says, okay, let me read y'all the article. Porsha Williams had a stern warning for her estranged husband, Simon Gobadia, cautioning him from destroying, concealing, or altering any documents or evidence related to their financial records during their divorce. The divorce petition was filed in Georgia on February the 22nd, in which Williams demanded that the prenup agreement they signed just days before their wedding be enforced. She made it clear that she doesn't want her estranged husband to alter their financials or sell off any property during the divorce battle. After a petition for divorce has been filed, no transfer of property by either party except a bona fide transfer and payment of pre-existing debts shall pass title, so as to avoid the vesting thereof, according to the final verdict of the jury in the case, the documents read. Pending the final determination of the court of the right of either party to alimony, neither party shall make any substantial change in the assets of the party's estate except in the course of the ordinary business affairs and except for bona fide transfers for value. The reality star didn't hold back on her demands, warning her ex not to destroy, conceal, or alter any video, audio, paper, or electronic files or other data in connection with this pending litigation, including but not limited to any of the following items that are either presently in your possession or control, or which may come into your possession while this case is ongoing. Any financial records or statements, all income records, all tax records, all expense records, all recordings or evidence reflecting relevant conduct by either party, any item that supports any defense raised by you to this complaint, and or any item which supports any claim made or counterclaim or pleading filed in this matter. You are further notified that a failure to comply with this notice may result in sanctions for any destruction or failure to preserve any such evidence, including without limitation adverse interference against you at trial, as well as an award of expenses and attorney fees as they dictate. Williams appears to want to wrap up the divorce quickly, noting that they do not share any minor children. She does have, we know she has her 4-year-old daughter. The divorce documents also revealed that Williams and Gobadia signed their prenup November the 17th before saying I do 8 days later. She wants the prenup enforced and is also demanding her ex pay for her attorney fees, citing that the marriage is irretrievably broken with no prospects of reconciliation. She said in the prenup, it says, I keep what I got and you keep what you got. Now, they did buy that house while they were married, and I wonder if Porsha's name is on that house. Because honestly, outside of the house, I mean, I don't know their personal business, so I can't say. But it doesn't look like they started any businesses together. I mean, I know they bought cars and they did a lot of traveling and stuff, but do they really have a lot of stuff among? I mean, they first of all, they only been married for 15 months, so it really can't be a lot. I mean. Do you think Simon is using the same bank documents Whitehead used to cover up that he only had $4.95? Child. Yeah, Tisa said the house ain't even in Porsha's name. So, it sounds like Porsha. I mean, what it sounds like to me is that Porsha knows it's some shaky stuff going on. Now, when she found out, I couldn't tell you how long she's known, but it sounds like she know that there's some shaky stuff going on. I'm just saying. Geechee girl, don't pay Tracy no attention. She just, child, Tracy be cutting up. Okay, Tracy be cutting. We love her, but she be cutting up, honey. Tracy, did you get your cash app? I sent Tracy a tip last night because Tracy got me that Diddy document. I want to make sure you got it, boo. Okay. Now let's talk about this Wendy situation. Okay. Simon Whitehead and Legion all use the same bank account. Listen, the bank of no money at all. Okay. Ooh, spiritual gangster says she better be funny. She know a lot of Africans be having work done on folks. Ooh. All right, this Wendy situation looks like it's getting ready to get ugly and take a turn for the worse. It came out today. Let me get to that. It came out today that the judge in the Wendy Williams case now the production company over to Lifetime said that had they known that Wendy had dementia, they would have never moved forward with the documentary. I don't believe that. Maybe I just don't have faith, but I don't believe that. Because my thing is when y'all saw the footage, you had to know something wasn't right. Even if you didn't know she had dementia, you can look, like I said, after 15 minutes, something ain't right. Um, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Is this what I want? I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Hold on. All right. I was looking for something else and I came across this article. I'm gonna read y'all a little bit from this article first, and then I'm gonna go to the article that I want to read all about the judge. Okay. Some information came out about the judge in Wendy Williams' case that did the guardianship. But first, I want to read you guys this article. I'm reading out of the Hollywood Reporter, and it's breaking down what how guardianship works and whatever and what that looks like. So I'm gonna read you guys a little bit of this. Williams came under financial guardianship in May of 2022 after Wells Fargo petitioned the courts claiming that the radio and TV personality was an incapacitated person and the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation. The accusation her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., claims in part two of the documentary stems from purchases he made while his mother was in his family's care in Miami from the fall of 2021 until she was forced to return to New York for court proceedings regarding guardianship the following spring. Now, let me say this. Big Kevin, her ex-husband, is saying that the sister was trying to steal money, and that's where this came from. But everything else I have read has said that this stemmed from her son. The other thing that I got this from the streets, so let me put it that way. I got it from a reliable source in the streets, but I got it from the streets that the other red flag that was raised is that Big Kevin was also accessing Wendy's accounts, and they knew that Big Kevin was no longer supposed to have access to Wendy's money. Now, this would line up if that's when she was living in Miami. That's when she was with the son. I mean, $100,000 in 1 month on Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever. Like, come on, y'all. Like, he must have been buying food for the whole dorm. $100,000 in 1 month. So who you buying food for? I don't give a damn if you are ordering from Ruth's Crisp 3 times a day for 30 days. You are not getting $100,000 bill. Morton Steakhouse, Del Frisco's, whatever the top of the line is. 3 times a day. No, I thought it was a month. Hold on. I thought it was a month, but somebody said it was a year. Was it a year or was it a month? I thought it was a month. Oh, that was in a year? Okay, well now a year, that's a little different. That's still a lot of money though. Okay, that's a year, which is more feasible. Okay, all right. I rewind it. My bad, y'all, my bad. My mom made me power of attorney because at that time, the bank started accusing the family of doing things that weren't true and saying that my mom wasn't fit to make choices. This is what little Kevin said in the film. The court tried to frame it as though I was making all these charges for my own happiness. Williams' guardian, who has been publicly revealed as attorney Sabrina Morrissey, we're going to get back to her in a minute, failed to reply to requests for comment. When contacted, Wells Fargo sent the following statement. This matter was conducted under seal. Any claims against Wells Fargo have been dismissed. So nobody really knows because the case is under seal. So nobody really knows, okay? I'm just being honest. Like, all of this is speculation because the case is under seal. So nobody really saw the paperwork and found out what happened. Anybody in the world can hire a lawyer to write up a petition for guardianship, says Diamond, speaking to Hollywood Reporter following the release of the documentary. It can be your mad next door neighbor or a former business partner who hates your guts. It could be a family member or your landlord. I have found owners of lots of buildings here in New York that filed for guardianship over people to get them out of their apartment. Banks, financial institutions, even hospitals. Guardianship happens in a lot of ways, and some are good. If you're worried about your dementia-diagnosed mother and you say, I want to have power of attorney and help her pay her bills, and you go to the court and you're named guardian, it works out just fine. But I've investigated this for 8 years now, and I'm telling you, more and more judges overlook the family They just ignore them. And that's what Wendy's family is complaining about that as well, saying, listen, we want to take care of Wendy. In part 4 of the documentary, Williams' sister Wanda suggests this is what happened to her family. I was asked what I consider being a guardian, and I said, I don't know what being a guardian involves. I was told that it involved taking some kind of class, and I said, yes, I'll do it. I said, whatever I have to do, I would be focused on Wendy's health. And then all of a sudden, the wall came down and there was nothing. Through the documentary, he stresses the court has a strong preference for issuing guardianship to family members. Lawyer Bernard Crooks, founding partner of Littman Crooks LLP and chair of its elder law and special needs department, says he witnessed similar trends as Diamond. So then it goes on to just talk about in the New York courts and how guardianship is mismanaged. This looks like a really good article. So let me read you this part. It says, New York is unique because in the regard of guardianship, it doesn't default to full or plenary guardianship like other states do when you lose your rights. In New York, the law says that guardianship is supposed to be the least restrictive form of intervention. Meaning, if you can do certain things, then it's supposed to be specifically tailored to carve out the tasks that you can still do on your own and just give you the guardian the power to do the things that you can't do. More times than not, the judges probably give the guardian too much power because they make the mistake that many of us make, which is if somebody can't do A, then that means they can't do B and C, and that's not necessarily true. So if you're in education, you know the term least restrictive environment. So least restrictive environment means that for a student, if a student has a disability, it means that just because you have a disability, it doesn't mean that you should be in special ed classes all day long, right? It means that if your disability means that you have a reading comprehension, then you would get services for reading comprehension. But the rest of the day, you would be in science class, you would be in physical education, you would be in history, you might get support in those classes, but you don't just just because you have an IEP, meaning you're in a special ed room all day, which is how it used to be. So that term least restrictive environment. So in Wendy's case, from what we saw in the documentary, Wendy can still get up in the morning. She can still take a shower. She can still get dressed. Wendy, there were times when, again, we don't know what Wendy, because we know the alcohol is a problem, but she absolutely can function to a certain extent. Does she have limitations? Yes, we know that her condition with her feet is a limitation with her mobility, but it doesn't mean that she can't do anything. Because hell, her ass can get down there to that store and get the liquor. Okay. So with that being said, like I said, this is a good article. I'm about to email this article to myself because I want to read through it. I literally just found this article, but they just posted it. I'm about to email it to myself because I think that's a really good article. Okay, but that's not what I was looking for. Let me get to the article that I was looking for. Sorry, you guys. You put one thing in and it takes you 500 different places. Okay. Um. All right, here we go. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find what I'm looking for. I thought I had it bookmarked. Okay, here it is. Sorry about that. Okay. The judge who ruled in Wendy Williams' guardianship case was previously investigated for granting guardianship appointments to people who donated to her Supreme Court election campaign. So let me read you guys this a little bit of this. Due to Wendy's declining health, which we now know is due to aphasia and dementia, and we still haven't heard from a doctor. Who told us that Wendy has dementia and aphasia? Wells Fargo Bank petitioned to have Williams placed under temporary financial guardianship to protect her funds from being mismanaged. They believe she was a victim of undue influence and financial exploitation. The petition was filed by Wells Fargo. I just read you this. Hold on. Let me get to the good stuff. The judge presiding over the case appointed a professional guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, and threatened Kevin Jr. with kidnapping charges if he didn't hand his mother over. That judge is Lisa Sokoff. We did some digging onto this judge and found out that she was previously investigated by ABC7 New York News after a paper trail revealed she granted guardianship to people who donated to her Supreme Court election campaign. Judge Lisa Sokoff received $5,000 in campaign donations from 20 guardianship lawyers, law firms of people who dealt in guardianship cases, and awarded those same people or law firms 62 appointments in 2022. Now, we're not sure if Wendy's current guardian, Sabrina, donated to the judge's Supreme Court campaign, but this is interesting. Wendy's family argued that she was healthier while she was in her son's care. The family says her health has taken a sharp decline and they haven't been able to reach her since Sokoff removed Kevin. Well, we saw that video footage of when she was in Florida and she did seem like herself. No, $5,000 from 62 different places. Altogether, it was a $30,000 investigation. It is a long order episode. Yes. No, Cocktails and Chanel. Yes and no. Mims, I was going to say Mims did a video earlier. I was getting ready to send y'all over to Mims because Mims did a video earlier. Mims did a video earlier where he did a deep dive. Hold on. Let me go over here. He did a deep dive. Whoops. And the Guardian, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me rewind. The $5,000 was the judge. The $30,000 is the Guardian. Mims did a deep dive over and he found where the Guardian is also accused of some impropriety. Right. Tracy just dropped the link. So y'all go check out Mims's video. But the Guardian, so it sounds like this is getting ready to get very tricky, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting ready to get really nasty and really tricky as it relates to the Guardian and this case, the judge, Wendy. Something just ain't clean in the water. Something ain't clean in the water. Yes, Mims did the story on exposing the Guardian for $30,000 theft. Yes. So y'all go check out Mims' video. He broke it down. He shows you the court documents. But between the judge having some funny business, and now the Guardian and the family saying that they haven't been able to talk to Wendy, see Wendy, we still don't know who diagnosed Wendy. The family said they ain't seen no doctor's diagnosis. I'm sorry, 30 million. I said 30,000. 30 million. Sorry, million. $30 million. They said when she was living in Florida, she had gained 30 pounds. You saw the video footage where she was having a coherent conversation with somebody. She looked healthier. She looked better. I mean, listen, something ain't clean in the milk, okay? Something just ain't clean in the milk. As far as I'm concerned. I'm gonna read this article. Give me some time to read this article, and I'm gonna get all the details from what Mim said. I knew something was in this daggone shirt. Someone kept scratching my back, and I was like, "What is in this shirt that keeps scratching my back?" The tag. I'm gonna do. And we'll come down here and we'll break it down. But I want to look up this judge and get more information on this judge, because this information just came out today, and I'm sure that people gonna do their deep dive, honey. They're gonna do their deep dive into it. Also, the suit against the Guardian is just that, a lawsuit. Most of the people talking about it haven't read it and don't even know if it's valid or not. That's true, just Shonda. That's why I said I want to take some time. Okay. All right, you guys. With that being said, if you have not, please subscribe to the channel. We are 25 subscribers away from 16,000. Let me see what the number is now. We still 25. Did we pick up anybody during this time period? We picked up 3. So we are 22. I mean 23, 22. Lord, I can't do my math. We're 22 subscribers away from 16,000. We are 22. So if you are new here, please subscribe. Come on down and join us. We have a good time. If you have not hit the like button, please, please, please. Just Jonda has a great podcast. Okay, send me the link, Tracy. Send me the link. I just don't understand why she hasn't had any food. I don't understand why the Guardian, like her sister said, or was it her sister that said when the Guardian, when they order the food, it takes out. I don't understand it either. That whole situation is crazy to me. I don't understand why she got to go to her Guardian to get breakfast. That didn't make no sense to me when I saw that. I was like, come on now, that's ridiculous. Because again, it's supposed to be least restrictive environment. Wendy can call and order her own food. She has the ability to do that. Like, she's not bedridden and can't use a phone. Like, she can absolutely do that. So it does sound like there's some impropriety here. Now, to what extent, I couldn't say. But that might be the one good thing that does come out of this documentary, if her family is able to get enough family support and people to oh, we just got a new subscriber. Okay, we need 21. If we're able to get that last little push, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll be a good thing. So that might be a good thing that comes out of this documentary. But let me I looked at Mims's video earlier, but I didn't get a chance to like take notes and stuff. So let me read through this article. Let me read the article on the judge. Let me do my deep dive, and then we'll come down here and we'll talk about it. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me go get my dinner. I haven't eaten since breakfast because I haven't had an appetite, but now I'm getting hungry. So I'm gonna go make me some dinner. Well, warm up some dinner and enjoy my evening. Thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Hit that like button if you have not done so already on your way out the door. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. There was a movie. Oh, I might have to go check it out.